right, so here we're going to talk about things that are going to impact a substance's solubility. All right, so our first factor is temperature. Now this is for solids and liquids only. Your solubility is going to increase with increasing temperature. We actually see this all the time. Hot coffee, it's way easier to dissolve sugar in hot coffee than it is into iced coffee. Same thing with tea. So as my temperature increases, the solubility of that substance decreases and that solute can actually precipitate out. If, like we talked about with sweet tea before, if your cooling is very slow, then that solution can become supersaturated, and that's exactly how they make iced tea. Heat up the water or heat up the tea to get that sugar dissolved and then put it in the refrigerator, but that's going to slowly cool down and allow that sugar to stay in solution. All right, now this is for temperature still, but this is for gases only. So for gases, that solubility in a liquid is going to decrease as the temperature goes up. What happens is more molecules are allowed to escape into the gas phase, leaving fewer of those molecules in solution. Thermal pollution. This is where the temperature of the water increases so much that the dissolved oxygen actually becomes less soluble. You have less oxygen in that water. And so this is what leads to large fish kills, especially in the summer when the water gets very, very warm. All right, so our next factor is pressure. This has zero impact on solids and liquids. For gases, however, this has a significant impact, and so the solubility for a gas and a liquid is going to increase as we increase the pressure. So Henry's law says the solubility of a gas in a liquid is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas above that liquid. Honestly, what you need to know is that the higher the pressure, the higher the solubility. So this is why with soda cans, as soon as you open that can up, you have released or decreased the amount of pressure inside of that can, and all of that gas can escape. Scuba divers, it's very important to ascend slowly to avoid the bends. That's a buildup of nitrogen gas in the blood, which can be, from what I understand, very painful and very dangerous. Okay, and so now we have our last two factors. The first is particle size. So the smaller the particle size, you'll have higher solubility. It's easier for that substance to break apart. And then the last factor is agitation, and that's an increase in agitation results in an increase in solubility. So think stirring or shaking, right? You're trying to get those particles to interact with each other. You're getting those particles interacting with, generally it's water as our solute, and that's going to have an impact on that solubility.